Vorian Atreides here, recording live from New England. The state of disc golf 2022 is it's too cold to play. Go back inside for another 3 months. It'll be warmer.
Too cold to
I repeat,
play.
it's too cold to play right now.
Inside for another
cold.
3 months.
Fucking
It'll
cold.
be
Wear a scarf.
warmer.
It's too scarf.
like
I repeat,
Ebenezer
it's
Scrooge
too
meets
cold
Doctor Who.
to play right
Kind of.
now.
But yeah, it's Doctor. The
It's
real.
cold.
Everybody knows the fourth
Fucking
Doctor's, or was
cold.
it the fourth or the
Wear
fourth,
a
third.
scarf.
Fourth Doctor?
It's-
Fourth Doctor
it's
is the real
too
Doctor. Everybody knows that.
cold.
Yeah. This week in the
Ebenezer
news,
Scrooge
did everyone
meets
drop
Doctor
U-Disc?
Who?
Or did everyone drop U-Disc
Kind
and
of.
now everyone wants to get U-Disc back?
It's Doctor. The real.
After PTGA membership decided that they weren't going to include U-Disc in their subscription, and disc members subscription and other monthly disc subscriptions decided they weren't going to use U-Disc in their subscription due to the U-Disc price hike. Several places are now backtracking. And Disc Store Nate reports that they may have a deal with U-Disc this month to return the U-Disc premium membership to disc member store package memberies. Yeah, memberies. That's when you're a member of something. But yeah, if you got a PDGA membership and you were liking that premium U-Disc, that's gone. Semi-automatic. Also, air raid bitches.
Air raid bitches.
I like steak.
All right.
I was
what
at a
else
steak
we
club.
got? Oh, we got some new rules. Got some new rules. They're changing the bathroom break. I guess if we all agree that if you're in a tournament and you got to take a bathroom break, we can let you take a bathroom break. Where before you just had to run and do that bathroom break really, really quick and run back. There's
Really?
also an excessive time limit, which no one ever calls, but they did change the ruling behind it, so if somebody's like making sounds 3 holes over, you just can't like wait and wait and wait. If your area is free and clear, your time limit starts. Because we've all played with that guy who's like, no. I need this like golf quiet. And like, you know what? You're fucking playing disc golf. Shut the fuck up, throw your fists. All right, what else do we got? We got a new Mando rule. That's the little tree image you just had up.
Yep. Here, let's bring that back up.
Before, depending on what sort of happened, you would be taking pictures and throwing provisional strokes for your Mando. If you could stretch around the tree to get your throw off, where now everything beyond a Mando is considered totally out of bounds, almost as if it had gone into a lake or a body of water. And that eliminates that if you could stretch it around or if you could toss it around type of rule. So the second your disc isn't in the clear line of play and is in that restricted space, it's out of bounds. And
That seems like a little hard to
that really
manage.
clarifies that.
It seems a little hard to manage.
It's easier to manage than the way it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it used to be where it landed.
Or half and half. Because you could have missed the Mando, but depending on where it landed, you could have still sort of played it. And now they're taking that out. Where if you miss the Mando, it's like, no, you missed the Mando. Go back to go. No $200. Throw again.
So Vorian, let me ask you: do you think that's a safety issue because they're trying to bring in more?
No, I think
spectators?
I think that's like a clarification issue because certain players could do it's a fairness issue. It makes it an equal thing for everyone now, where before, like, you could miss the Mando, but if you missed the Mando and hit a tree and sort of had to lie back towards almost the vertical edge of the Mando line, you could throw it from there, not take the penalty stroke and be in a better position, even though technically you missed the Mando, you should be getting a penalty for that.
Okay.
Where now, if your just doesn't make it in the air, it's, like I said, considered out of bounds, almost in a lake. And you go to your drop zone or your retee.
Okay. So that's good to know for our tournament coming up.
Oh, yeah. Every tournament coming up.
Yeah, because I mean, Oak Ridge has has 2 or 3 Mandos.
I think, yeah, no, I think it's got at least 2, depending
it
on
has
which
2.
tees you're from. It's got, if the layout's the short layout, I think there's only 1. And if
Okay.
it's the long layout, I think there's 3. Because there's 2 on the front 8 that I think are only there if you're playing the longer layout.
Yeah, and then,
And
and then there's 2 on the back half that are because I guess you're walking to the other, like, you're in the fairway of the other holes or whatever, so you have to go
Okay,
with that tree line. You know, you see that, remember how that tree line separates?
yeah,
Yeah, and so I think, yeah, so yeah, because there's baskets on either side of those tree lines. So you're gonna see people coming this way and that way.
yeah. And it's on, like, most Northeast disc golf courses would just have a rock wall there. They wouldn't have to do a Mando. There'd be a rock wall that had already been there for 200 years that no one wants to move, and they'd be like, that's out of bounds.
So is there any other new rules that are gonna change everything?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the out of bounds lies are totally different, and I love it. And it's a new clarification for things that aren't totally out of bounds.
Okay,
So before, if you were out of bounds and you came in, you got a meter in to take your relief, to get a clear spot, to, to get your 2 points of contact to throw your disc from.
sure.
And now you can take that relief anywhere that is a meter from out of bounds. Where before, like, let's say if you were just 1 inch in bounds, you would have to stand on almost an impossible spot to not take an abandoned throw penalty to get your disc off, even though you're in bounds. Where now you can take a reasonable amount of relief from, let's say, a rock wall or a body of water, or
You like the drop rule in ball golf?
exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you're not trying to break people's legs from slipping on.
No,
Rock
and
walls
that's
are into
exactly what
place.
it is. Or it's almost like, hey, so if I went out of bounds, I'd get a whole meter in to get like a good spot to stand, but because I'm in bounds, I can't have it. Like,
Now, does that rule count if you're within a meter of the out of bounds?
that's only when it counts.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, okay,
And
that
that's
makes
what
sense.
it's sort of, and
So-
that's
so it
what
evens it
sort
up.
of is, because like he's 6 inches over, so he gets anywhere here to stand, but I'm right there on the line, so I have to like sort of like nuzzle up against this tree and like this.
Yeah, I mean, he does lose a stroke, but it's still this is much more fair, right? I like that.
Like I said, I mean, like most places now that have out of bounds, they have it for a reason, because there is some sort of environmental obstruction there or something of that nature.
Sure. Or like
That's why Oak Ridge doesn't have a lot of out of bounds. It's an old golf course.
it's large.
Like they put the Mandos in to keep you shooting where you should be shooting for the other
and for the
hole.
traffic.
But like, yeah, for you to go out of bounds there, like, you really missed your mark.